Let's go inside the locker room, Andy. I want to talk about a quote from Minkah Fitzpatrick of the Steelers, who had an interception on Zach Wilson that ended up resulting in a Steelers touchdown. It's frustrating losing to people that you know you're better than, more talented than, especially when you have the team that we have. I think we are way better than what we put on display. I hate to say this, Minkah, but cry more. Look at the scoreboard, buddy. Team lost. And by the way, the Steelers have the worst offense in the NFL. So maybe take a look in the mirror or just look across the hall at Matt Canada and his offense. Zach Wilson spoke after the game. So did Robert Saleh, a couple other players. When a team wins a game like this, there's always going to be interesting quotes to sink your teeth into, Andy. So tell us what you got from Wilson, Saleh, and the rest of the locker room.
Yeah, it was definitely a happy locker room. And as far as that Fitzpatrick quote goes, if I was a Jets fan, I would look at it two ways. Like, first of all, enjoy this. Enjoy, trolling Steelers fans over this because, you guys haven't had the chance to do this a lot. So, enjoy it. Do it. Take it in. And then second of all, ask yourself if the Steelers had Zach Wilson as their quarterback today, would they have won that game? And the answer is probably yes. So be excited that your quarterback is good enough to help you win games like that. And I know that's a more complicated thing because they are such a mess with the play calling and stuff. But the point is that I'm not even sure. I mean, I don't think what Minkah said is correct. I mean, the Steelers looked terrible. The Jets looked like the more talented team. And if the Jets hadn't had that, disastrous kind of 17 minutes of gameplay there late in the first half and into the second and into the third quarter, I don't think they ever would have fallen behind by 12 or 10 or whatever it was. So anyway, I think it's just more sour grapes and somebody who's realizing that the season's about to get real ugly real fast. For the Jets, what was said in the locker room, Zach Wilson said we'll start with him. He said it was some of the most fun he's ever had playing football. Said it was an ugly win, but obviously he was very happy. He talked about the growth that the team not only showed, but that what they were able to do in that fourth quarter, and especially on that last touchdown drive, that it's something that's going to help them and grow and learn from. And I think that was very interesting. And he also gave, was quick to give his teammates credit. And that was basically a lot of it, was kind of deflecting off of him and kind of putting the onus or giving the credit to his teammates. Breece Hall was very fun and interesting today. He told us what Zach Wilson said to the team going into that final touchdown drive. And let's just say he wasn't thinking about a field goal. His message in the huddle was some variation of, let's go get an effing touchdown. And then they went and got an effing touchdown. So that's nice when you can back it up. Corey Davis said that he loved Wilson saying that it kind of cracked the huddle up and loosened them up in a way. And then also, you want to see that confidence from your quarterback. Breece Hall, again, I don't know what I can and can't say on here. I'll let you deal with that at the edit, Scott. But he said that Wilson has big balls and was very excited about what he showed. And he was referring, obviously, to kind of what he did in the last touchdown drive. But also, I mean, this kid started the game 8 of 24 and that played, football in that kind of a setting in, 9 months. It would have, like I said, it could have easily spiraled out of control in the fourth quarter and gotten worse. And for him to step up and deliver that performance that he did in the fourth quarter, I think everyone was impressed by that in the locker room. Braxton Berrios talked about the Philly special on which Zach Wilson scored the touchdown. Zach Wilson became the first quarterback in Jets history, by the way, to catch a touchdown. Seems hard to believe that it never happened before, but it's true. That happened today. That was history. And Berrios, basically was like, you want to make the pass and not mess it up at that point because the play worked so perfectly. And it's just, that's what's going through his mind. When Zach Wilson was asked what was going through his mind, he said, I saw that everything came off perfectly and I was pumped. And as for what he was thinking when the ball was coming his way, he's like, I've got the best hands on the team. I wasn't worried. So more confidence from your quarterback, which is a lot of fun after a win. And the Robert Saleh just talking about the growth that they showed and how it was a fun NFL game and such a good experience for his players, but also tempered everything with, it's just one game. Everything changes game to game in the NFL. and I don't know what it's going to look like moving forward. We have to prove it and keep doing it. And I thought that was a really good message, and the appropriate message on, after what has been a turbulent first 4 weeks for the Jets. Somehow they're at 2-2. First time they're at 500 more than 2 games into a season since 2017 when they started 3-2. And if they win next week, they'll be over 500 after the season opener. Like, they obviously won the season opener in 2018, but if they win next week, they'll be over 500 later than the season opener for the first time since 2017 as well. So it's been a while since the Jets have put themselves in a position to be relevant late into the season. They have actually done that, and when you look at their schedule coming up, it's not unfavorable. They've got some tough games, but there's also some teams that may not be as good as we thought they were going to be coming up. So this is actually surprisingly about to get very interesting. I don't know if it'll stay interesting, but that's something that we haven't experienced if you've been around this team lately. So enjoy that, Jets fans.